What's going on, Beamer fans? Welcome back to BeamerView. Today we're going to be checking out the BMW iDrive 8. So for those of you guys who are all brand new, the BMW iDrive 8 is the brand new system that BMW rolled out with. Currently, the vehicles that currently have this are going to be the BMW i4, the BMW iX. Also guys, we also did want to link this really cool BMW Jacket. I did find it on Amazon.com, so definitely check that out whenever you guys get a chance. The link for that is going to be right down below. It's a really cool one. It has over 100 reviews out of 4.8, so definitely check that out whenever you guys are done watching this video as well. Before further ado, let's go and get started. Alright guys, so this is going to be the brand new BMW iDrive 8. As you can see, the climate control settings are going to be right up here now. If we look down below, the climate control settings are no longer there. The only thing we have down here now, and I know it's a little bit blurry, but we have the volume knob, we have the track forward and backward, we have the hazards, and we have the front and rear defrosters here. Going back up to the top, where we're gonna keep the focus for the entire video, we do have our climate control here. Whenever I do go into that, it does bring up the climate control menu. Now there has been a additional setting for the heated seats right here. We do have very high now as the fourth setting for the heated seats. You can also control the fan speed here. You can also control the direction of the airflow, and the passenger also has access to a heated seat as well too. So that is our climate control settings right down here below. Again, there's no physical buttons for it. We do just have the screen now, which it does feel a little bit different at first, but it does work really well, and we're all gonna get used to it, and we're all gonna love it for sure. Now guys, going back up to here, we do have our screen. And we do have some pretty cool things going on here. BMW iDrive 7 used to have widgets. Well, now they still have widgets, but now it's going to be more in a vertical direction that we see right here. And let's not forget, you can always add more widgets if you wanted to, but you can customize these if you just click and hold it. You can see some pretty cool options. You can rearrange things, you can X out things, pretty much whatever you want to do. So these are widgets. Again, you can customize these to whatever you want. Whenever you do click on the widget, it does bring up a full screen of that actual widget, and you can go more in depth with it if you wanted to. Also guys, just starting from our left side right here, this is where we're going to see the majority of the main controls. Menu actually goes very in depth. This is going to be the new button for car settings and whatnot. Media is everything music related, so our Sirius radio, and FM and AM is all going to be here. Telephone is if you wanted to access your telephone, if you want to make phone calls or connect your phone. And navigation right here is going to be our BMW navigation that you could choose to use too. If you guys want my thoughts on BMW navigation, it works well. You can get to your destination in about 1 to 2 minutes of whatever the destination is saying. So it does work pretty accurately. You also do get 4 years of traffic assistance as well too as a subscription. So that's just one quick thing to note. But let's just start off with menu. And inside menu is going to be all of our car settings. Now they're going to be arranged in apps now. So just like our phones, we have an app for every individual setting within the car, which is good and bad. It can be a little bit confusing at first, but one of the biggest tricks I do want to let you guys know is that you can use voice command to access these apps too. So that makes life a lot more easier. If you want to change the date, you would just click on the voice command button on the steering wheel, and then you can literally just change the date by your voice. Sorry, you can access the menu of date and time with your voice, and then you can physically touch it and change it. But yeah guys, BMW ID is going to be the first one here. So this is going to be the new identity or the new function for driver profile. So if you wanted to go into here and then you can add a profile or a BMW ID, they now call it. If you guys don't know what this is, it's really useful because you can actually just go into here and then you can make a username for yourself. So then that way BMW would know which ID belongs to who through the key fob, and then the key button, or sorry, the key fob will let the car know which driver has entered the vehicle, and it would also let the car know what settings to adjust to. Now if you have a BMW ID, some of the things that it'll save is things like your lighting color, things like your seating assignment, and even whatever height you have your head-up display. So very small things like that can make a huge difference and make your life a lot more easier, especially if there's going to be multiple drivers as well too. So that's BMW ID. Over here we have mobile devices. This is just going to be if you want to connect your phone. You can connect multiple phones, and you can see right here that the vehicle does have wireless Apple CarPlay. But if you want to connect your phone, you just click on this and then just connect your phone. I'll also be making a separate video on how to connect your phone and also troubleshooting Apple CarPlay as well too. So definitely subscribe if you guys want more further videos. But yeah guys, moving right along, we have personal assistant. You can just see the example of commands that you can do here. Personal assistant for the car does work really well. You can basically have your personal assistant adjust the temperature or turn on the heated steering wheel, and a lot more in-depth stuff compared to the last generation. You have our owner's manual in here, which also has pictures and videos, so you don't have to go strolling through the book. And BMW Assist is also right here too, in case you need some help. Moving right along, we also have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. Yep, 1 second. Also guys, we also have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay right here too. So the vehicle does have both of those functions completely wireless as well. Also guys, we also have FM radio still. I do believe I mentioned AM radio, but this vehicle I believe does not have AM radio. We only have FM now. Moving right along, we do have Sirius radio, and again, BMWs, they do come with Sirius radio free for 1 year. This is trial. But you do have your Sirius right here too, which is really cool, really intuitive. Also, you can tell your voice command to navigate to whichever channel too as well. Very useful. Spotify, you can access that through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto as well. But if you didn't have those, you can also go through Spotify through this app right here as well too. And moving right along, our telephone is going to be right over here if you want to connect your phone. Or if you want to switch off devices, if you had multiple phones connected, you would do it right through there. And then we also have navigation right here, which is going to be our BMW navigation. Again, it does work pretty well. I personally enjoy Waze a whole lot more, to be honest, but the BMW maps do work really well. They're also more intuitive for your head-up display as well too. Also charging, we do have some charging settings right here. You could have it set to a different charging window. So say for example, if you just wanted to have it at a certain time slot, say between 12 a.m. and 8 a.m., you can also set to that as well too. Or also you can have the vehicle charge immediately as soon as it's plugged in. Departure plan, you can precondition your vehicle before you plan on departing, just so the battery is ready to go. Also AC limit, you can set limits for that, and charging target, you can have it set to 100%, which is going to be the default. But if say for example you only want the target to be 80%, you can also do that as well too. And the last two things, you can also set your fan loudness and unlock your charging cable right there. Gonna go back. Moving right along, we do have a weather app. This is pretty useful. Pretty in-depth with weather right here. You can click on the day for further detail as well too. News and podcasts, we do have that. Live vehicle, it's pretty cool. You guys will like this a whole lot, especially if you have a M vehicle. So this screen will actually show your torque right over here, your horsepower, and I'm not exactly sure what this is. I would think that is RPM, but obviously the vehicle does not have an engine, but you do have some pretty cool additional displays here too. You can also see the temperature right here as well too. Super intuitive. System settings, this is pretty in-depth, but one of the really cool things that this vehicle has, so you do have valet parking as well. It's grayed out right now because we don't have a BMW ID set, but valet parking mode is very useful. I'm just going to start from the top here too, but this is where you would go to change your date and time. You change your language, you could adjust your personal assistant. Trip computer is also here too. You can change your units, you can change your sound. And again guys, this is all, you can access this straight through voice command as well too, which is really cool. You can do remote software upgrades. The vehicle will let you know whenever it's due for upgrades. Do not disturb and hide private information. This is new for iDrive 8. So do not disturb will avoid distracting you with phone calls or text messages. And hiding private information, that's also really useful too. Say for example, if you have Apple CarPlay connected, this will avoid showing the name of whoever's texting you or calling you. So two very different things right there too. Also, update apps and services was also a big function that BMW has, especially whenever you say, for example, bought the new traffic jam subscription and then you just wanted to refresh the car system, you would do it through right here. Going back and going over to interior lighting, there are some really cool things for interior lighting now. Again, you can also tell a voice command to change interior lighting as well too, so that's also a really big note. If you go into color right here, we do have a ton of new colors such as yellow, bronze, pink. These are all new colors as well, and they all look really great too. I know in the video it might seem a little bit wired out, but trust me, in person they do look great. Going back to the screen, dynamic light, in case you're wondering, is basically the red strobing light that you get on the door whenever the door might be open. And BMW shop, this actually makes life a lot more easier, because if there were additional services that you could get for your car, such as the traffic camera information, you could actually buy it straight from here too. Or you just scan the QR code and then the phone will take you exactly to where you need to be in order to purchase that subscription. BMW Assist is just to call BMW Assist in case you needed roadside help. We also have a owner's manual right here. We can automate some habits that are really cool. BMW messages in case the car sends you some security codes. And we have our BMW digital key right here, which is really cool, because then you can connect your iPhone to be a digital key as well too. Just a big note, you do have to have both of the keys inside the car in order to set this up, but you could potentially have your you could potentially have your phone to be set up to be a key card. And you can have up to 5 digital keys too, so your whole family can drive the vehicle. Drive recorder is actually really cool. A lot of the past BMWs, they actually had this as well too. So drive recorder will actually record a accident 20 minutes prior to the accident and 20 minutes right after as well too. But yeah guys, drive recorder can actually record your accidents, which is really cool. And a lot of previous BMWs, they actually had this feature too, which is really good to have. But yeah, this is where you would go to see your recordings and whatnot. But drive recorder is also a really great feature. Right after drive recorder, we have messages. Now messages would actually go straight into your phone messages as well, but our phone's not connected right now. But this is where you would go to see your text messages. Super cool. Park Mobile, I'm not sure if you guys have ever used Park Mobile before. They do have a variety of different apps as well. But Park Mobile, you could have a app, or you could have a parking spot you could have a parking spot reservation set up at a parking garage, and then you would use Park Mobile to go straight into it. Uneven road surfaces is basically for potholes. Now, the vehicle will let you know whenever a pothole is on its way up, and it'll give you a warning as well. If you're like me who lives in New England, this is a really great feature to have. Wi-Fi connections, you could have a personal hotspot for your Wi-Fi as well inside the car. Service center, climate control. This is the previous climate control screen that we saw before. Now, displays is where you would go if you want to adjust the brightness, or the biggest one is going to be head-up display. So head-up display is going to be this first one right here, and I know it's a little blurred out right here, but that's where you would go to adjust your height for head-up display and brightness, and you can also see or control whatever you want to see on your head-up display as well too. Instrument cluster is going to be everything on the driver's side screen. You can control whatever you want to see on that, and control display as well too. Doors and windows, this one might be a big one for some people, but you could adjust how the mirrors fold in whenever you lock the car, or your comfort access is going to be right here too, but this is more of a advanced comfort access. You can basically have the car unlock itself whenever you're approaching the car without even touching it, or you can have it lock itself too whenever you're walking away from the vehicle as well. And more advanced features like tailgate right here too. You can actually use tailgate to adjust the opening height for your car. So by default it's set to the highest one, but if you had a small garage, you could actually reduce that down too. So very, very useful. Oh, and we also have automatic window. If you guys don't know what that is, you can actually have this set up so that whenever you go to your local coffee place, your window will roll down all by itself. That's also a really cool feature too that a lot of new BMWs have. Driving settings is going to be a big one as well. Also, this specific vehicle we're sitting in right now is the M50 i4, which also comes with this really cool iconic sounds. If you didn't like that feature, you could actually turn that off as well by checking off the box. But yeah, driving assistance is going to be where all your safety features are now. And the vehicle does have some really cool things like collision warning and blind spot and all that. And your charging settings are going to be right here as well. Pretty cool. And lastly, guys, we have exterior lighting. And inside exterior lighting, we have some pretty cool things such as daytime driving lights, your one-touch turn signal, welcome and goodbye lights, your door handle lights, and pathway lighting. If you guys don't know what pathway lighting is basically the headlights being turned on the car after you lock the car at night, and it will stay on for whatever you have it set to. So by default it's 20 seconds, but you can actually adjust that if you want it to. So the headlights would basically just stay on, and then you can safely walk into your house without tripping over rocks or slipping on the grass. And well, right here we had vehicle apps, guys, but that just shows your standard vehicle apps. Again, the tab that we were on were all apps, and all apps shows all the apps, including the vehicle apps. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much just a quick walkthrough of iDrive 8. Simply just want to show you guys the overview of the whole thing. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If you guys wanted to ask questions about a specific app within the car or wanted to go more in depth with it, feel free to write it down in the comment box below. Also, guys, don't forget to check out the BMW Jacket. The link for that is going to be right down at the bottom of the video in the description. So definitely check that out. We also have a lot more i4, iX videos coming out, so definitely subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for staying till the end of the video. But yeah, guys, have a great day. Thank you.